Football season, best time of the year, man.
Yeah, best time of the
For a
year.
lot of us.
Best time of the year. We're going live with the audio now. We was on a little mute there, but we back in live. So how you guys doing? Oh, I'm doing good. Best time of the year.
Best time, man. Football, man.
Football
Listen,
season.
listen. You can gain 20, and it can be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. I try not to.
ISO yourself from whoever you want.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is say I'm watching the game.
Watching
friends,
the game.
family,
Mm-hmm.
whoever it is. Yeah, I'm watching the game. You know what I mean?
You know,
No doubt.
with a good menu, wings, cheese steaks, however you want to put it.
Fries, pizza.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about that. We got some little sausages and got some wings things going on upstairs. Most definitely. We're gonna jump into that. See how that goes.
See, we just got finished talking about.
That's always one of the best things. Well, let's jump in. Last weekend we had the middleweight championship of the world. Canelo versus Triple G. Canelo got a split decision victory over Triple G. One ref had it 114-114. The other two officials have it 115-113 for Canelo. Him getting the majority decision in the place. I had no problem with the decision. Some people, had looked at it, thought they had Triple G winning. Volume versus effectiveness. My stance. If you don't knock the cat out, you can't come to these cards and start. I didn't win this. I didn't do that. You got judge and jury right in your two hands. I think Canelo.
That's the old school way. Put him out.
Yeah, put him out.
Yeah.
Close the show. Close the show. That's what you have to do. I mean, you have to close the show in these events and make it happen. I think Canelo came forward. He brought the fight to Triple G. He was very aggressive. Making the fight happen. They went toe to toe. It was a close fight. I mean, if you saw Triple G when you couldn't be mad at you that way. But I thought going forward, forcing the fight, he is the money man. Triple G would have knocked Canelo out, and he didn't get it done. I mean, how did you guys see the fight? I mean, Jonathan, you was down here live in the ranch. You know how we do. Duke, you was watching it as well. What did you guys think of the fight?
Rock with it first.
Well, first and foremost, I had the pleasure of watching the fight with a beautiful, legendary Patti LaBelle.
Oh wow, man, you big time.
So that alone was, that was
tremendous.
Shout out to her.
Hollywood.
Yeah, shout out to her. Beautiful woman. But
no doubt.
For me, Canelo had the plan to be the aggressor from the beginning. So because of that, he was up. He didn't wait to fall behind, and you saw it in the fight. So while this was happening, Triple G obviously fell behind. But let's keep in mind, the longer this fight goes, Triple G is not going to be a knockout. He's not one of those guys you're going to just put him down and you're going, but Canelo was not scared. He wasn't scared this time. And he said last time when he fought, he was like, he did probably respect him too much. And he's not doing it this time. And we saw that, because, if you have a guy that is, a well-renowned fighter, and he has some type of power and he has some type of respect, but you continue to be the aggressor, it's like, why? Like, what? Why do you want to walk somebody down, right? So because you did that, and you got up, and you're more of a volume puncher, it kind of put you ahead to me. But that was early. The fight changes sometimes.
Yeah, this ebb and flows. I mean, Triple G definitely
changes.
in those middle rounds.
Right.
Came on. He caught him a couple of times. He kind of was like, oh, this guy's coming at me. Triple G is not a guy that's going to fight backing up. You try to make him back up. He's used to having, going downhill, throwing punches. At one point, you got to go and get the guy. I mean, you scored some effective punches. Both, I think guys were cut. Canelo had a big gash over his right eye. At that point, you got to go work. You got to work on that cut, show that blood. Look, this guy's bleeding. I got this guy leaking, which affects the judge, psychological. He got this guy leaking. I mean, he must be doing something. It wasn't
pack the Vaseline in.
Yeah, it wasn't ruled a headbutt or anything like that.
Right.
So definitely, you have to look at trying to take advantage of that and trying to move him out of there. Hey, it was a great fight. I mean, Canelo made the fight. He came forward, was toe to toe. They were in the phone booth. Nobody's back was against the ropes. Yeah. I mean, Canelo went on the ropes for a little bit, but overall, it was an entertaining middleweight championship fight of the world, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, like see, with this fight, as everybody know, I'm the team Canelo.
Yeah, you team me.
I wanted to go last, I wanted to go last, and it's like, for this fight, you got to start from the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
With the first fight, whereas though Triple G probably deserved a 115, 113, and he got the draw.
But he's not a mini man.
He probably deserved a 115, 113 Triple G. And with that being said, if you wanted this to be a draw, if you looked at this as a draw, you got to know it's going to go Canelo way. Canelo just got a draw when he lost. So now if I win 6 rounds, I'm going to get 8. Because when I won 4.
7-5.
When I won 4, I got 6.
Right.
So I'm gonna get more. If I win 6, it's enough for me to get the cards.
It was definitely leaning to that.
And then for me, to pressure this guy all night. Up to probably the 10th round. He said, "Oh, he's backing up." It's the 10th round. I've been pushing this. Yeah. I've been pushing the aggressor, the bully. I've been bullying the bully all night.
That was surprising for me.
Right.
Him going in.
I showed the bully, you may look Mexican to some people, but I am Mexican.
Mexican style.
I am Mexican. You may look Mexican to some people, but I am Mexican.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come full-fledged. I'm going to take everything you got, and then...
Went to the body.
Went to the body, and I'm much more accurate. Much more accurate with
He
my
mixed
punches.
it up. Great fight.
I'm much more sharper with my punches. You out there throwing jabs, and I'm hitting you with the head to body to head. Which, that's,
consistently.
That's field goals to touchdowns, Over time, they got to see it my way, and I'm pushing you back all night. And you're the smothering Triple G. Like, I haven't seen a smothering Triple G since Kell Brook moved up 2 weight classes and fought you and showed you got to just punch him back. He's a bully. Punch him in his mouth.
Right.
You got to just punch him in his mouth. I'm too small to do it. But y'all guys up here that's real middleweights, y'all can punch him in his mouth and keep punching him. I'm going to punch him in his mouth because I ain't afraid of him. But I'm too small to keep it up.
They had the Vander Holyfield.
Yeah.
When he exposed Mike Tyson.
What did he say? He
y'all
said,
don't keep punching me.
He said, look, Mike, you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. He said, I know you punch harder than me. That ain't no question. I ain't worried about that.
It was, how about, you hit me with that, but how about you take this boom, bop, bam.
But I'm going to give it back to you. And I'm going to keep coming. And I'm going to lean forward with this head. You know what I mean?
Make you figure it out for a chance.
And I'm going to hit you, then grab you.
And then you put your feet down on your front foot, and then you go to close the show.
So I think since that Kell Brook, he's been very exposed. If you punch the man back, you just punch him back. All you got to do is punch him back. He's going to cover up. He don't want to get hit. He's the one that wants to smother you.
Yeah, nobody wants to get hit.
He don't want to get hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting now that you move on. Canelo wins this fight. So in the middleweight class, where do we go from the middleweight class now? Who's Canelo going to fight? I don't know if they're going to try to push this for a 3rd time around. I'm not sure. So who's Canelo? The Cholo brothers? I mean, who's out there?
I wouldn't do it a 3rd time if I was Canelo. You got the draw where you could have lost it, and then you got the win when it could have been a draw.
I mean, you could do it again. It depends
the money is going to.
If the fans want it,
listen,
it's going to happen.
The money is still there. It was still a close fight, so it's still repeat watchable.
Watch it.
It was still an
it's something
fight.
that comes around like later. I do some stuff. Well, what about he'll fight? He'll fight a couple more fights, big fights. Say, what about Triple G again? If Triple G can stay relevant. Like, now, who's Triple G going to fight to stay relevant?
Right.
Now, they both
to demand a third fight.
They got to pick one of the Charlo brothers. Either they both got to fight a Charlo brother. Danny Jacobs, you can't. He just got his belt back. He just got a belt, so you can't let him out.
Yeah.
Then the guy that Triple G went through, he rolled through. He got a knockout last night. In that same fight. He said, "Look, I'm in my prime now."
Right.
Pamil.
Yeah. So you think he's going to fight Canelo?
I mean, you know, they normally
he's a cat that goes to 179.
Yeah,
he goes up to cruiserweight after the weigh-in.
Right.
The Canelo's people going to have him fight him. Is he a big enough name? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
It's not, but and that's the only thing with the rematches because that's the Charlo brothers, as good as they are, they're still not that main attraction.
They don't have a name.
They don't have a name.
Right.
But boxing fans know them Charlo brothers can go.
Yeah.
You know.
But is Canelo a big enough draw now to say, look, I'm Canelo? Is he on the De La Hoya tip? You know,
I think so.
Where he's just going to demand pay-per-view. But De La Hoya was Olympic gold medalist, American. You know, L.A. West. He had the looks and everything.
I think it's up
and,
to.
Had the great story. His mom passed, and everything like that. Kind of like the way Sugar Ray Leonard came through, good looking cat, whatever in boxing to bring the secondary and tertiary fans in.
And it's a little harder for a pay-per-view draw person now, period. You know, because it's not like back. It's more boxing fans being lost in today's.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view was what we only noticed.
Right.
You know, you could put Ike Cortez and somebody else, and people gonna buy it on pay-per-view. Whereas the Ike Cortez today, wouldn't draw a pay-per-view. You could put Sweet Pea against anybody, and that's pay-per-view tonight.
Right.
So pay-per-view was like regular TV far as boxing then. Like, this gonna be on pay-per-view tonight.
Right.
So that was the tail end of everything being on pay-per-view. And Oscar was the face, the pretty boy.
Yeah.
Even though he lost most of his big fights other than Ike Cortez. You know, so he was the big, was the face of, but that was the tail end of boxing far as everything's gonna be on pay-per-view. Everything's gonna be on pay-per-view. Now it's like,
well, they were trying to bring more people up. But you remember back when I came up in the '70s, you had ABC Wild World of Sports.
Yeah.
You had boxing. You had Friday Night Fights.
Yeah.
You had fights on USA.
Right.
I mean, you had a
The
lot of boxing.
advertising better.
Yeah. And you can build a following or coming up. Like, okay, I seen him on Channel 6. Hector Macho Camacho fought on CBS Boxing. During the off season of football season, during the summer and things like that. You would see those fights and everything, and everybody would like, okay, you see Hector Macho Camacho? He was on Channel 10. Now he's on HBO.
Right.
And you just build your brand. That's why they started bringing those fights back to regular television. The championship fights to build up, people to get to see everything. The same thing with MMA. They're starting to do stuff like on TV and free and stories behind the scenes. A lot of stuff now is with the drama that they're trying to add to it. Which, if you grow up with Steve Sable and NFL Films, and the way they documented and looked at football, told the behind-the-scenes stories with John Facenda and the musical score and everything, really propelled football into what it is now. Like, we grew up in that video age. You're like, wow, that was a story. The Raiders, they had their own music, the whole 9 yards. So that's what they're trying to do with the boxing. So me coming up and saying, the money out there for Canelo, he's the money guy. So whoever he's going to fight, he should fight. I mean, and it'll be interesting to see. There's talk about, I don't know how the validity of this, is that your man Mayweather talking about coming back.
Money May.
Not fighting Earl Spence Jr. or anybody like that. No, not Father Time. He ain't gonna fight nobody like that. Talking about doing Pacquiao again, and then maybe doing Canelo again after that. So doing Pacquiao in December, and then do Canelo in May 5th of 2019.
Listen, if it's 350 million or 400 million for me to get, I'm getting in shape.
Yeah.
If you want to pay it,
I'm just gonna stay in shape.
Fight.
Mayweather stays in shape. Yeah. So he's not out of shape.
If you want to pay for it, and I'm the big draw, and I know all these zeros are like coming in after him, it's like, why not?
Yeah, definitely.
For him, anyway.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean,
easy money for him.
Yeah,
easy money.
Yeah,
I don't think Mayweather's gonna beat Pacquiao. I mean, I don't know if Mayweather was trying to show that he was old or whatever in that McGregor fight, but he was definitely. It definitely wasn't the Mayweather,
Oh nah.
It was.
But he was carrying. I mean, you can't
That's
walk out
what
and knock that guy
I don't
out.
know if he was playing, and just making the fight interesting. Knew I was gonna knock him out. The guy never fought over 2.5 rounds, so I'm gonna take him to 7 rounds. It's something he never seen in his life before.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, and I believe it was. I'm gonna knock this guy out, even before I had to fight him because he can't fight.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And the reason why I know this is because when have you seen Mayweather walk towards somebody and box him?
Right.
yeah,
You clearly don't respect somebody.
Right.
He had
When
to
you
carry
just
him.
decide you want to walk toward, that's not even your style, period. I don't even, so you have, I was telling this friend of mine this about him, because we talked about the same thing about McGregor. I said, you train, right? Which could be, let me go jog, let me lift some weights, and then you practice for people.
Yeah, specific game plan.
Mayweather didn't practice for McGregor.
Yeah, it was nothing to
He
practice
just
for.
trained for him, you know.
And carried him. You want to
thing
get people
about-
to work.
and
You had to
the-
carry him. You couldn't
Yeah,
go out there and
yeah.
just knock him
It
out.
was like a spar type
Yeah,
of thing
yeah.
more than it was
And the thing about, but Pacquiao looked so good in his last fight.
Oh, yeah.
Pacquiao was solid, man.
Oh, yeah, he
Pacquiao
was.
Look.
He did.
He was.
He did. He had
he
that
was
pop,
playing
that
it.
bounce,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was playing it, man.
Sounds like that. They need to do it. That's what it sounds like.
Hey, I don't know, Mayweather. You want that undefeated lifetime?
Hey, listen.
Well, he's really 49. I don't count the last fight as 50.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he's really 49. He's trying to get these two fights would make him legitimately 51-0 if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
But the money's going to be made. He's a master marketer. So definitely he's going to take the opportunity to go out there and market himself to make some money. You can't be mad at him. Definitely. But later on today, we got a heavyweight fight. Joshua, who is the heavyweight champion. What belt he is? WBC, WBA. Got one of the belts. Hey, Dane. What's up, buddy?
See what's
My
up,
little
man?
nephew.
Huh?
How's it going, man?
See what's up? Oh,
to
now,
the camera,
look,
Dane.
now you on the camera. You on the high?
You on the camera?
You want
To
to
the
say hi?
camera.
Huh?
Wave to
Wait,
the
man.
camera.
They can
Wave.
see you. See what's up.
Say what's up.
Dane's birthday, man.
Oh,
Sim 7, man.
Happy
It's your birthday today?
Yeah, Sim 7.
My birthday Monday.
Uh-oh.
7. Okay.
The big
All right.
7.
The big 7. All right.
Only
He
if I could trade, you know.
He moving forward. But definitely we got a heavyweight bout today, 4:30, Wembley Stadium. He's fighting Poutine. I forget how to pronounce the guy's last name. Heavyweight fight. I think Joshua should win. This guy's undefeated though, but I think Joshua should take him. I mean, he's a bigger, stronger. Got the jab, got the reach.
Right.
Heavyweight division is kind of relevant. If he's going to fight Wilder. Wilder's looking to fight Tyson Fury in December, I believe. What do you think about this heavyweight fight, Jonathan?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight in the beginning, but round 7, Josh is gonna really lay into him. Josh is the best heavyweight fighter right now. But everything hit the way he boxes. The way
I agree.
He power punches. His whole all around game. He's just not like a one trick pony like your guy Wilder is. He has a couple different tools in his shed. So it's gonna be a okay fight in the beginning. Josh is still gonna be winning on points. Then it's gonna be too much round 6, round 7. So 8 it'll probably be stopped around 8, maybe sooner. But
All right, that'll be 4:30 today. I'm gonna check it out. See what it's hitting for. I want to jump into the other thing. We had talked about this before. We had talked about the Maryland football player who had passed away. The freshman offensive lineman. Jordan McNair. They did an independent study. They had done an independent study, and the findings came back on the independent study that, and I'll make it go full stream real quick, that he was hospitalized on May 29th after teen workout, died June 13th. Family attorney said the cause of death was heat stroke. Independent doctor found that the investigation launched school following McNair's death said Friday that there was an hour and 39 minutes between the time McNair collapsed and the departure of the ambulance from the campus.
Long time.
Yeah, that was a failure to identify escalating systems associated with heat illness, conditions aggressively treating the patient, elevated core temperature, Walter said. No apparent use of prompt for cooling patients, and adequate cooling devices were used, such as cold towels and ice packs. That's what they found moving forward. And something we had talked about, and I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's definitely tragedy all the way around.
Right.
But we had spoken on that and the liability. And it's interesting because it's hard to believe in this day and age with everything that's going on with football and everything about support, care, what you have to do in order to take care of your players and individuals, that something like this can happen, a tragedy, definitely. I think it'd be hard-pressed for that coach or to get his job back. I think there'll probably be some changes next year at Maryland. I mean, he already moved on from the strength and conditioning coach. And this is a sad tragedy overall because of the situation. It's something like it could have been prevented. Like if you jumped on it, or it might not have been prevented, but if you were given adequate care, like if you would have jumped right on it from being on top of it.
And I was going to get that.
It's liable. They wouldn't have
Right. And I was going to speak on that. You know, you things happen, right? No matter what sports. I mean, this isn't the first time that somebody has like passed away, whether it's from a heart ailment, things like that. But when these things happen, there's action that has to be taken. You know, and we're not talking about, like I said before, somebody turning an ankle. You know, it's stuff that happens internally that we don't know what's going on. So that headache, that chest pain, guess what?
Yeah.
When you start telling me that that's what's wrong with you, I'm at a number 10 from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. Because what am I going to do? Till you go sit down and I don't know what it is.
Right. Yeah.
And under the conditions, you talking about a 300-pounder.
Right.
Is May. So we hot.
Yeah.
Everybody's running. I don't care if it's the D-backs or the D-backs, linebackers, linemen. It's hot.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody can't take it. You know, they just can't. No matter how much you, you know, you say you out here, that the heat is the heat. You know, it's hotter in some places in the country, but for some people, look, man, they doing things now to even in the NFL, right? When it's only a certain amount of time you even supposed to be out, or even the weather if it's too hot. They doing precautions now.
Limited hitting, limited practice.
And in certain places, Florida, Arizona, and you got to watch it, man. It's but you know, to the coach, you know. People say, "Oh no, the coach did this, the coach did that." I do not think that it was his plan. Nobody wants to be a part of a situation like this,
right?
You know? And it does not mean that he can't coach,
right?
And it doesn't mean that he doesn't care about players. It was just an unfortunate situation, I just believe.
Right, and that is what it comes down to, and it's just sad because it happened and how it happened, but. It's just the way we look at football. So when he fell down, the reason why it took so long to respond is because he's not the first person that fell down.
Right.
You know, and everybody's falling down. So we would have the ambulance being called every other week. You know, normally you go lay under the tree for a little while, get some ice.
But that's 1998. This is that's what I'm saying.
It's still happening today.
It's still this is 20. This is because of litigation and what's going on. It's whole different. You gotta be protective of yourself. That's why you gotta have independent doctors and independent neurologists, not tied to the NFL or the team, you know, on location. It seems like, you know, you got a young guy, you know what's all going on in football, and I don't understand the mentality. Look, we all played athletics, all been coaching, all been pushed, you know, to do our best. It just seems like, I mean, this goes on everywhere. Like, this is not like independent to Maryland. But they said the hour and 30, it was almost an hour and 39 minutes. That's almost 2 hours. Like,
so did they get into, so did he pass out?
He passed out. They said there was
he responsive?
There was escalating symptoms of heat stroke that weren't addressed for an hour and 30 before the ambulance came.
So obviously he was talking and he was doing all of it, but he was out of
together.
It. Right.
But a professional, but what happens is me, you, and Jonathan don't know if somebody's going to heat stroke. A trained professional there on the site, on athletics, already with the guys, it's hot, we got equipment on, is looking for symptoms of heat stroke. You got to be on look. So they're saying, hey, you're a trained professional. You guys are trained professionals. You know you got 300-pound men out here in the heat. Like, somebody may get heat stroke. Is what's going on? This guy just fall out or whatever. So they're saying it's an hour and 39 minutes before he left with the ambulance, and there was escalating symptoms of heat stroke, which a trained professional should have been on. Like, not, you know, me, you, you know, Jonathan, like, okay, you lightheaded? Okay. But they're saying that, you know, they should have been addressed. And I think that's what's going to be. I mean, Maryland's already taken full responsibility for the kids. They said that way before this investigation came back.
Kudos to them, man, because a lot of times people run from stuff and they don't want to hit stuff head on. So
it's like, no, we're going to take full responsibility. These kids, you come and get us. And look, hopefully what can be happening, that stuff can learn from it, and it doesn't happen again. I mean, we don't get too many instances of heat stroke, and usually it's a big offensive lineman. Maybe some procedures can be put in place that everybody can be put on place. But look, we're practicing in the summertime. Let's be on the lookout for this. Maybe we should go to night practices. Things like that when the humidity down. Things along those lines. That's not because people was competitive. They wanted practices, push the envelopes on practice and everything as it goes. Definitely. So just prayers out to his family, and hopefully we can learn from this tragedy. And another family, doesn't have to go through the same thing. Mavericks, Dallas Mavericks. Another thing happening in sports. They did an independent investigation and came back, found out the Dallas Mavericks was off the chain. Like
real out
their organization,
Hey.
their organization for years. Has been really, to sum it up. They were found to be negligent in their environment of sexual harassment, workplace, toxic workplace. Managers and those running the organization turned a blind eye, gave no refuge for people to come out and speak to. Mark Cuban, he said, look, he didn't know how much he knew or didn't know, whatever. And we're just not talking about sexual harassment. We're talking about the guy that runs their website, several instances of domestic violence. He couldn't go to Canada. Like when the team plays Toronto,
so he can't leave the state.
He couldn't leave the country, so he couldn't go to all this stuff, and he was still employed. Didn't happen again, and it came out. So that's what launched the investigation. They did investigation, sexual harassment, employees up there with battery.
Everybody wanted to keep quiet.
Yeah, everybody
wanted to keep their gig.
So what happened was the NBA, and you guys can weigh in on this. The NBA decided that Mark Cuban would donate $10 million to a women's fund to help women out in certain situations along those lines, and that basically would be it. It would be no game suspensions. He'll be right back on the sideline, things of that nature. What do you guys think about that? Because usually when you punish something, and Mark Cuban's taking full responsibility. He said, "Look, I didn't know, but I should know. It's no excuse, and we got to move forward." He's taking full responsibility. He's a billionaire, so the $10 million is like, So what do you guys think about how the NBA has reacted to this situation?
I think they acted by him taking it on head. I think that's what helped it. Yeah. By him saying, "I didn't know, but I should have knew." He's not saying, "I didn't know this was going on," or and just leaving it like that. "Oh, this wasn't going on under my roof. I wouldn't allow nothing like this to go on." And he's saying, "I didn't know what I shouldn't know." We knew he still knew, but he's saying, "I didn't know and I shouldn't know is my responsibility." So when you put yourself out there, people tend not to hurt you as bad, not to hurt you as bad as saying, "Oh no, that didn't go on," or no, I don't know about that, or when you say, "Look, it is my fault, even though I didn't have nothing to do with it, it's still my fault," So I think maybe they could have fined him more, but I don't think you can fine him enough. I don't think you can fine him enough, but I also don't think that you need to put a price on him just because of how much money he has.
No, that's why I said it should have been Dirk's last year. You're not going to be at the end of the bench doing your Mark Cuban clamp for the first 3 months of the season.
Right. That should have been something on the lines that will hurt him.
Yeah, you'd be like, we're not going. But where's Mark? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It should be his organization was acting a fool, so Mark's going to be missed these first 3 months of the season.
Yeah, money is not going to hurt him.
Yeah.
It should be something that's going to hurt him. Something that makes him really upset.
Right.
He can get that $10 million to anybody.
It's like sending your kids to their room nowadays. Their room's got computers, Wi-Fi, whatever.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
sending to my room.
Absolutely.
Like keep me inside when I was young. You got to stay in the house. Like, oh man, I want to go out.
Right.
But like with Mark Cuban, some people speculate, hey, take 3 months off, take this off. You're excused from all Maverick activities and things. behind the scenes, but you can't be out, down by the bench doing your clapping and getting ready and Dirk's last season and all this good stuff.
Right.
That's what some people say.
Greg Barr in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
How's it going, Greg?
What's going on, Greg?
Camden history right there.
Oh, cool. In the building, Desmond's watching. We got my boy Brian Kaiser, Tanique Nails. She's watching. My boy Tone Ross up in Harrisburg. How you doing, buddy? Lincoln Park going back. Definitely. But yeah, I was just definitely thinking that they would impose some type of suspension.
Yeah.
30 games, 20 games, something like that to say, hey, where's Mark Cuban? Oh,
yeah.
The Mavericks had organizational issues that were systemic to condoning an environment that was toxic to sexual harassment and things along that nature. And the list was long. It was a lot of crazy stuff going on.
For me, it's him taking ownership. But more importantly, if I'm a wealthy billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Wealthy man, and I hire you, it's probably a lot of things I'm not going to know that's going on, depending on how involved I am in an organization. Because some people, you pay them to take care of things that you probably should be taking care of.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that I don't know what's going on? No, but for an example, if I come to you and I ask you what's happening with him and her, I heard some stuff or whatever.
Yeah, some emails.
You might tell me, oh no, she said some stuff and then I said something and then it's over.
Yeah.
Depending upon our relationship, because I know I've been around you so long, I might just take that and it just might be fine. And she might say the same thing. And I just might be like, they just doing job stuff or whatever.
Right.
So I could see him being in that position.
Right.
But when somebody comes to you and say, either her or him says, look, I was sexually assaulted, you can't say you didn't know about it.
It's also the issue, the guy who runs the Mavericks webpage and social media in charge of all that, how come he's not here in Toronto?
Yeah.
You're sitting down with your team in Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, why isn't Jonathan in Toronto? Jonathan can't come out the country. Why can't Jonathan come out the country? He's a little
Yeah.
I mean, he got it. It wasn't like it was like the secretary or something like that. It wasn't. This guy's the head. He runs all the promotions. He's got using your web. He writes for your website. He runs that.
He's all the way in. You know everything. Y'all more than just employees.
So when you show up for Canada,
boss.
he's not. Where is he?
Right.
So I mean, he knew about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely.
Yeah.
And second of all, he said I shouldn't have hired him. I should have let him go. Whatever. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
again.
You don't want to be the one to make the decision. That's what that's about. You know what I mean? Especially
and
when you know.
and he hired him.
Shout out to Al.
Al, what's up, Al?
What's up, Al?
What's going on, Al?
What's up, cuz? So definitely, he was the one who hired him and knew that. Look, when we go to Toronto, why is he showing up?
Yeah.
Okay. He admitted he should have let him go.
Yeah,
but that could have set the tone. Well, if he's still here, it's all on.
Let's look a little bit deeper, huh?
Shout out to Hot Chucky.
Hey, Chucky, what's up, man?
Yeah, Greg. Yep. 10 mil tax write off is probably about right, but he's a billionaire, so he might be writing off more than just 10 million. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just 10 of the 100 he gonna write off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. But it'll be interesting to see. I thought, moving forward, what happened, that they would level some type of games on Cuban, just for the NBA to say, hey, look, we take it serious, the culpability, not knowing is not a good enough answer, and you take some time off, and let's make sure that we set that what the NBA is about and moving forward. Definitely. So guys, look, we're gonna take a quick break. I think we got some wings upstairs. We got some
Wingador.
Hot sausages up there.
Hot sausages, huh?
They, good.
Ain't nothing, Chucky. We just chilling. Nate's supposed to be down here in a little bit. I don't know where yet.
Yeah, Nate's supposed to be here. He's going to make his world premiere on the show. But we'll be back in a few. Talking Sports Live from the ranch for the culture. Peace.
From the ranch.
Welcome back. Talking Sports Live. Got Nate G in the building, joining the cast here today, Saturday afternoon. What's up, Nate? What's up? How you
Nate.
doing, man? In the building. We're going to jump into everybody's, favorite pastime, the pastime of America now, the NFL. The NFL season has started. Two games in. A lot of interesting storylines out here.
Very
Different.
interesting.
Definitely. We'll take a look at a couple teams that's undefeated, like 2-0. Now, the big thing is if you go 0-2, your chances of making the playoffs, everybody says it's 18, 15%, so nobody wanted to go 0-2. Mm-hmm. But you got some 2-0 teams up here, the Chiefs, the Jaguars, the Denver Broncos, Miami Dolphins, the Buccaneers and the Rams, the Bengals. All started the season off with 2 victories. But everybody here ain't real. Everybody 2-0 is not a contender.
Something's gonna happen somewhere along the line.
That's definitely going on and moving on with that. So who do you guys think out of this 7 teams that are 2-0 that are pretenders? Who scheduling has been fortunate. They played some teams, but when it all gets said and done, they most likely won't be there.
Well, we all know Miami. I don't think that's we all know the Dolphins. I don't think that's a question. I mean, Broncos.
The Broncos. Nate, you're a Bronco fan.
Y'all be hating.
I gotta be honest.
Our defense the real deal.
I gotta be honest.
I ain't even been biased.
Broncos.
Von Miller, the best defensive player in the league.
Offensively,
but
now he able to be.
I'm a little believer.
They gotta focus on Chubb.
Chubb got 2 guys
Chubb
there.
not having no great rookie season, but he not having no bad rookie season. Only 2 games in, they gotta focus on Chubb.
What about the defensive backs, cornerbacks?
Chris Harris been the best.
Oh, okay.
Well, not the best. Chris Harris been top 5.
Okay.
He not the best.
He top 5?
He top 5. He been top 5.
At the end of the day,
He been top 5.
the Jags will be there.
Jags will
The
be
Rams will be there. Rams are the best team in football right now.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't played anybody starting out, but they convinced. They laid the hammer down.
If it's like that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do to people who's not on their level.
Yeah, they taking care of business.
Buccaneers, Dolphins,
Buccaneers surprising.
Bengals. We're gonna start getting tight. 10, 12
They have a
weeks.
track record. The Bengals have a track record of fading.
Right.
Andy Reid has a track record of fading.
Yeah. They
Kansas
look kind of
City.
special. They look special. They got something on the center that's
Well,
special.
yeah. Well, I had
Mahomes
Kansas
definitely-
City.
Mahomes
I had
is
Kansas
the
City
real
winning this division. I had Kansas City definitely winning this division because Andy Reid wins divisions. I mean, that's what he does. He coaches
Yeah.
quarterbacks and wins divisions. I mean, definitely. That's why I had him definitely moving up and taking care of that business like that.
If the Rams keep playing the way they do, which will be interesting if they do, right?
Yeah.
I don't see anybody beating them. Not right now.
No,
you know?
they're the total squad.
Yeah, man.
Wade makes adjustments.
Oh.
The defense is there.
What hasn't he seen, and
Yeah.
what can't he prepare for?
Wade's been coaching in the
Oh.
NFL longer than I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wade Phillips got 50 years in the coaching. You're going back with it.
Broncos.
Yeah, Dallas defensive coordinator defensive coach under his father, Bum Phillips, going back in the day in the 70s. Cowboy hat.
Houston Oilers.
Houston, love you blue. Definitely. But yeah, for me, the Rams are legit. The Jaguars will be there. I'm interested in what do you guys think about the Tampa Bay situation? Fitzmagic, which somebody else has already trademarked. He just coming out of the box, throwing bombs. He's looking like, I don't want to date myself, Sam LaMonica, the Mad Bomber. He just going back there and slinging it. Can they keep that up? And what interesting thing that it deals with Jameson. Like, Fitzpatrick hasn't been a guy that can carry a team or take a team to the playoffs or done anything before. What do you do with the Jameson situation? He has one more game after this, and then they're 3-0. What do you do when Jameson's healthy and ready and was the quarterback for this team?
Well, you got to ride the hot hand. I mean, that's just what it is. If they're 3-0 when James comes back, James is going to sit the bench for the 4th game. And then what it goes on his career. But Fitzpatrick, let's get back to Fitz. He has the weapons that suit his arm. You know, he can't dink and dump, throw 7-yard plays all down the field. But what he can do is put the ball up. You know, and as long as that running game is subpar and can keep everybody is somewhat honest, and then Jackson can get out on the flat. You know, it's gonna be nice to see. You know, they
got a nice tight end too, the bull from Alabama. Right. I mean, he made a play against the Eagles. I mean, they had some weapons there.
Right. You see the first play against the Eagles, they
drop a bomb.
They said, look, we ain't playing around with you, man. You know what we want to do? We're gonna do it the first play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback on Jonathan.
The wings good, ain't they? They swing it.
Oh man. Make you think about some things.
I ain't paying attention, my bad.
But we know, the hot man, right?
What's up,
You don't take the hot man out.
Yeah.
You just don't do it. You ride this wave until the wave falls. So this guy, we've seen him before. Fitzpatrick, this is not new for him what he does. He's not a 16-game quarterback.
Right.
We know that. Yeah. But he's great insurance. That's what you want in a situation like this,
short
right?
term. Short term.
He'll give us 6-7 games. After that, people start studying and picking up stuff, and it's going to do what it does with him.
Yeah.
But right now, it doesn't look good for Jameis.
No.
Regardless when his suspension is up, as long as he keeps this play. And moving forward, I believe this is his. We want to call his lower pay this year.
They have to make a decision. Do they give him $20 million?
Do we give him $20 million? So
I can't give Jameis $20 million. I'll sit down and talk to him.
He doesn't look like Sam Bradford to me.
You know what's crazy though? A lot of people realize like Jameis Winston got, I think he top 3 most passing yards of any quarterback in the first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
he had 4,000 yard season.
Yeah.
In his first 3 seasons.
Well,
but he
it was never about the talent.
Yeah, but he ain't winning.
You know.
Yeah, it's not about it's not about the talent. It's about the head case.
The head case. The off field, the foolishness.
You know, can you take Winston to a ball? You know, can you take Winston's places? Can the owner take him
to the market? You know, crab legs.
You know they was giving him them crab legs, and somebody got busted.
So and the answer is you unsure, and you can't be unsure.
With $20 million, you can't be unsure at the quarterback position.
Not at 20.
Not at 20.
If I'm the owner or any owner, they want to sleep peacefully at night. They don't want to have to worry about the quarterback.
Especially if you paid him $20 million.
Yeah.
So if you shortchanged him, you shortchanged him.
Yeah. And then when I start paying you, and then you do something, I'm gonna have to pay all of it to you.
Yeah.
So I don't want that. I don't want you to. I don't want to sign you.
The one thing, he's not a vested. I mean, I don't know. He's not a vested veteran. I mean, because when you're a vested veteran, you can claim some of that change back. I don't know what the years is, because Dallas is looking the same thing with Terrence Williams. They're swarming that for that public intoxication thing. He may be suspended.
Right.
And they gave him a contract which they really wish they would take back. And if they cut him, it's like $4.5 million. But if you get suspended, they can try to cut that money they owe you down. But him being a vested veteran, he still can grab like $3 million of that 4.5 or whatever.
Right.
I'm doing it. So they talk about more about cutting Hearns, even though Hearns is more money, but he would be less against the cap if they just cut Hearns, who they signed with, and less dead money. So I don't think after 3 years, he's a vested veteran. So for me personally, I just can't. I mean, with the history, I just can't really see. Like, look, we're gonna sign you, but you're not gonna get an elite quarterback contract because of the off the field foolishness. Now you can take your chances and go somewhere else. Definitely take your chances and go somewhere else. But I don't think the market's there for you.
No.
And definitely. So either you're going to take this and try to be here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or try your luck and catch on with somebody else.
Well, it might be better off.
David Gordon just tuned in. What's going on, Dave?
What's up, Dave?
What's up, David?
What's going on? How you?
Jamar Holmes Smith, what's up?
To answer your question too soon about the Fitz magic and all that, everybody gonna sound crazy what I'm about to say, but my money on the Jags Buccaneers Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Jags Buccaneers Super Bowl.
What's in that cup over there?
Something in that
what's in that jug?
Yeah, what you sipping on?
When
I like that the Buccaneers.
Make that bet.
Who's the quarterback for the Buccaneers? Who do you have as their quarterback?
It's supposed to be Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
Okay. Fitzmagic.
Hey, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl last year. Why can't Fitz?
Okay.
But you only need 6 games.
Yeah, you're gonna need a little bit more. Hey, you need a little bit more than Fitz.
That was 6 games. I said Foles can give you 6 games. I don't know if Fitzpatrick can give you 18. 18 games.
Remember, he's
Fitzpatrick's whole NFL career. every other season. He had a good season, horrible season, good season.
So he's on his
season.
good season.
Last year he had a horrible season.
Yeah.
He do for a good one.
His good one was 8 games though.
Since day one.
His
I
good
guess
season 8 games.
I mean, it's going. You know, they're going to bow down. See, we're going to try to take some things away from you and see if you can make a change and make a difference. I mean, it'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. Buccaneers, Jaguars, Super Bowl. That'll definitely. You know, nobody's seen that coming. Are you putting money on that? Because I like to let my viewers know that everything else runs the marathon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Delaware Park this week, play some of my bets.
Oh, okay, cool. Got you. Let's jump into you know, we talked about the 2-0 teams, some teams that got off to a great start. I want to jump into the Steelers saga. For the longest time, and Duke, you can give us some insight with this. The Steelers have kind of been, you know, the forefront of the NFL and the creator the Rooney Rule to
I'm suffering, man, right now.
Minority coaching
That's
opportunities to make sure they get a look, get a view. There's been a stand-up, stable, you know, franchise in the NFL has been the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not a lot of drama coming out of the Steelers, but now basically you have a situation where they tied the Browns and they lost at home to Kansas City, gave up 42 points.
Hey,
unbelievable.
It's too many for us. I don't know what it was.
They
too
lost
many.
42 to 37.
It's been too many for 5 years.
And then, you know, you still have the Bell situation. Bell's out. He's not in. And then Brown has been voicing his frustration. His frustration with, I don't know if it's play calling, time, opportunities, things that go to nature. He missed practice on Monday. The coach disciplined him. And you're not used to seeing this from the Steelers. Definitely. And it seems like it's from the offensive players where this is happening from. And they haven't had this type of, you know, drama, as you say, from, you know, Pittsburgh. Dude, what's going on with Pittsburgh, man?
Where do I even start? First and foremost, this defense has been ugly for the last 5 years. We might as well start there.
Okay, and that goes back to me. Tomlin's a your head coach is a defensive guy. Your head coach is a defensive guy, and the defense, let's say, has not been being able to keep up par, you know, with the offense. The playoff games lost. The losses to New England is not because you haven't scored. It's that you haven't been able to stop them from scoring.
That defense, like I said, after Troy Polamalu, Ryan Clark, after that breakup, something wasn't right, you know, and they have yet to solidify that back end and the defense, period. You know, they just don't have, and you gotta understand, all Steeler fans, what we used to, right?
Yeah.
We usually had some dirty dog. We usually had some dirty dogs over there that they're gonna win the game, and afterwards they're gonna win the bar fight.
Yeah,
they're the kind of linebackers we had over there. I mean, let's Farrier, Porter's
still fighting on the field with
still fighting. You gotta keep the leash on him, you know.
He an assistant coach.
But yeah, they you know, they I don't know what's taking them so long. I don't know if it's a scouting issue. I don't know what it is, but we just can't seem to find those studs. Now we got some decent guys over there, and let's say I'm not gonna say that we don't have any studs.
Like Greg Lloyd.
See the great thing about them,
nasty individual.
we had a knack for finding people if they was on a Division II level or a small division. We had a knack for finding those and developing wideouts. Like Antonio Brown went to Central Michigan. Nobody, you know. Juju Schuster. I mean, they ball players. Nobody was screaming their names. But you know, something is not right with holding things down like it's been in the past. Like, there was no media stuff in the past. But, you know, it all got to go to the coach.
Yeah, so is Tomlinson, I mean, the Steelers' stability, 3 coaches in their history.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Nia. Nia Moore just showed up.
Nia, how's it going, cuz?
Can't forget Chris Lewis. What's up, Boo? Shout out before we even get to this. Junior plays for Jacksonville University. C.J. Lewis, big time player.
All right.
We don't like to talk pros while they're in college, but you know, bearing injury, we got something on our hands, boo.
Okay.
I think you know this.
Definitely. So is Tomlinson in danger, or
You know what?
It's not the Steelers' way to make a move. Their coaches are coaches.
We're extremely loyal when it comes to you very rarely see us shop outside of our organization, which is great. But at the same time, if you hire me as a head coach, I should be able to go outside and pick what I want to come in. We don't do that. So my thing is, how much control do you really have? You just want somebody to control the ship over in Pittsburgh. That's what you want, because all these hires are in-house hires. So you can hire a new coach all you want. You're not bringing any outside parts. That's just not what we do. If you look at all the offensive coordinators we have, from Bruce Arians to Ty Haley, all these guys are Pittsburgh guys, or from there. Even Bill Cowher, they from PA. So they're not doing too much of that. They're just not going outside of that. But as far as Antonio Brown, the problem I have, this is just not with our Pittsburgh fans. This is just sports, period, right? Okay, you lose the game, right? You don't have success during the game. The last time I checked, if you catch a lot of balls and you still lose, I don't hear you. So what's this about? Really?
Yeah.
Right? You're not catching balls and you lose. But when you catch them and lose, we don't hear nothing. So which one do you really care about more than winning, or you care about that you're not catching balls? So if you really care about winning, you'll be quiet.
And that's like what's going on with the coach, because we talked about with the Bells holdout. He's jet skiing in Miami. I've seen it on Twitter. He's enjoying he's living his best life.
Somebody's gonna pay him. And we know this.
But the offensive lineman, which you never seen, had derogatory things to say about Bell, which you never. Usually the players are like, look, make your money. This is This is a short-term thing we got here. Get your loot, because we're all trying to get paid. You got 4 or 5 years, and that's going to be it.
That's it.
Definitely.
And I don't know what was going on with them even speaking on that, because you never start discussing another man's money. Listen, y'all can go out afterwards at the sports bar and y'all can talk about it. But the public thing.
It's a unified front.
You just don't know. Look, your check is secure. So why are you speaking about another man's money? You're not supposed to be talking about another man's money. And guess what? Some people might find him wrong for what he's doing. But why are you speaking on it? Right? Don't speak on it. Just keep it moving. So I got a problem with that. And y'all trying to figure it out. Like, how you trying to figure it out against Cleveland? What you doing turning the ball over 6 times? Like, come on. We not one of those organizations that we want to get to the playoffs. No, we trying to win it.
I mean, you were my Super Bowl pick. Rams, Steelers. 1979-80 all over again.
And it's not over. And I'm going to give you a prediction, and then I'm going to leave it alone. We are going to win Monday night's game.
In Tampa.
Just because I just know my team.
Okay.
I just know what they do. When adversity hits and they got to fight, they figured
it's prime time, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it got drama. You're going to get all the extra questions. Do you really like Bell? I mean, what's going on? Y'all not united? It's time to see.
That's the thing I didn't like about the line, the quarterbacks. Everybody's bad mouthing Bell about money, but everybody else wouldn't have got paid.
If the line bad mouthing him, why would you come back?
Everybody else wouldn't have got paid.
You know what I mean?
We hope not.
But as long as that money is guaranteed, if you block it, Once the $60 million guaranteed, it's guaranteed.
I'm talking about coming back on that franchise. No, that's why he just need to.
Yeah, he don't want to come back on that franchise. He wants that.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either. Up, man. I got so many tags.
Hey, listen. If you think about it, how old is Bell? Let's get down to business now.
26.
26. Okay.
28, 29. It's over for running back.
All right. So if you give him a 5-year deal. You give him a 5-year deal, right?
Yeah.
Right. You give him a 5-year deal, which takes him to 31. You guaranteed him $12 million a year. That's what you did.
Yeah.
So that's okay to me. $60 million in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
After 31, you can do what you got to do. You already gave him 40 of it. In the last 3 years.
But it's like you got the best running back in the league.
Yeah. And that's his point.
Play with that.
And the thing about it is,
same with Khalil Mack, right?
And even if Ben's going to go, you're going to need to lean on him to develop a young quarterback. That's exactly what you're going to need, the running game.
And a lot of things about these running backs that hold out, sometimes they just don't come back right. Like, they just don't come back right. Like, they don't. Like, when they take off, like
You got to be NFL body ready.
Charles Johnson,
He
like
different
Johnson.
though, man.
Remember when he took off when they wasn't trying to pay him?
Remember he sat them when he got suspended that time when D'Angelo Williams started the first 4 games. Bell
He ain't come
came-
back right. He ain't come back right.
Bell
He
had
ain't
a
come
good
back right.
season that season.
He did. He had a good season. When he came, that first
Had a
3
little groin
games,
injury.
he didn't come back right. He ain't come back
They
right.
don't come back right.
It takes a while to get.
So
the
you
NFL
got to
shape.
ask yourself though. Let's be serious, right?
don't come
For
back
a
right.
second, what you doing right now? What you doing right now that you're not playing? You working out, but
Yeah.
you're not working out like them. You're not
Yeah.
putting pads on. You're not getting hit. You're not doing. You can't replicate that nowhere.
It's not football shape.
Yeah.
It's in
It's
great shape.
It's
It's not
the
right.
reason
football
why
shape.
offenses suffer the first 3
Yeah,
weeks
you
of
can't
football.
replicate out there being hit by other pros.
They don't come back right.
Nah,
man.
you
Chris
can't.
Johnson didn't come back right when he put his held
He
up.
definitely ain't come back.
He ain't come back
Yeah.
right. Nah, somebody else too.
I'm gonna jump in. Seattle Seahawks. A lot of stuff going on with them. As we know, they haven't been right since the decision to throw on the goal line against New England. That team, it just definitely went in a different direction. Trust was
Coaches
lost.
can be wrong too out here.
Trust was lost. Legion of Boom, he was a defensive. The best player on the field was beast mode. He didn't get the ball down by the goal line. He went from the 6-yard line to almost scored to the half-yard line. And how you drop back and throw a pass.
All 32 teams, all other 31 would have gave him the ball, but this
Again,
one didn't.
Yeah, and that's what you do. Like, and when we talk, it ain't about stats. It's about winning. It's about winning the game. What happened now? You got Earl Thomas, who's been going back and forth. Last year he went to the Dallas locker room saying, "Come get me." Wants to be a Cowboy. He's been talking about trading, coming back. Now Seattle and Dallas are playing Sunday, 4:25, and this week Earl didn't practice Friday. He has some things going on. That Pete Carroll said, and he didn't practice. And they don't know if he's going to play against the Cowboys on Sunday. So now you got, Legion of Boom was gone, retired or whatever, in Seattle. Definitely, they moved on from all those players that, were opinionated, strong-willed, force guys. And now, what do you think about this? Earl Thomas not playing. Like, not that he's injured. He's got some things going on, and it's emotional stuff. And he's not playing against the team he wants to be traded to. Like, how can you bring him back? Like, either you got to move on from him, sign him with a contract, or do. You, as an organization, you're not going to get anything out of it. And what kind of influence he's having on others in that locker room?
Yeah, the thing with Earl though, he's frustrated for one.
Yeah.
His team that he's been knowing that got to the championship.
Yeah.
He looking around and I don't know these guys.
Yeah.
These guys ain't my friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you ain't gonna move me with my friend, I want to move where I want to go at. You know, and it's like he frustrated.
I think he wanna get paid,
they're
too.
losing. They got a quarterback that they're trying to make a pocket quarterback with no line. He's not a pocket quarterback.
Yeah,
to
Russell
start
running
with.
for his life.
He's not a pocket quarterback to start
I'm
with.
scared for Russell right
And
now.
then, and then on top of not being a pocket quarterback, you don't give me a line.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. That doesn't make sense. And then you don't give me ain't like you gave me these weapons, these crazy weapons.
Yeah.
That now that you made me a pocket quarterback, So I don't.
You just think the whole team.
The whole team is just.
Yeah. Well, like you said,
Does Pete Carroll need to move on? I mean, is it time for
I
Pete?
don't think Pete.
I don't think. Yeah,
I think the whole team needs. I think he needs to restructure everything, including Russell. I don't think. Me personally, being a Niners fan in my division, I never thought Russell was the real deal. I thought Russell was always a McNabb. I thought Russell, if you kept him in the pocket and made him throw, you can beat him. Don't blitz him. If you blitz him, he's going to make a Houdini play, and he's going to go down the field 40 yards. I always thought, that's me. When I watched McNabb, that was McNabb's best points. If you blitz McNabb, he's going to run around in circles, and he's going to make something happen. You blitz Russell, Russell's going to run around, and he's going to make something happen.
Yeah.
If you hold Russell in that pocket, he can't throw the strike.
You're going to try to make him throw out the bucket.
Right.
Because he's
I
5'10", 5'11".
I said and watched McNabb miss wide open targets across the middle, throw the ball straight to the ground. But once he get on the move, he accurate. Once his life depend on it. He accurate.
A lot of running quarterbacks.
Hold him in that pocket, and you got him. I always said that. Stop blitzing this boy, but it's hard to not blitz him because you don't know if it's a run.
Right.
And they got a running back.
3rd and 12,
there.
you bring the house.
Yeah,
though.
and they got a running back there. If you're not blitzing, he blitzing to you. You know what I mean? So it's hard to not blitz them because of their weapons. You know, but because they never had light top receivers. They just never had it, you know. And I always said it about Russell, but now that he lost all those weapons and they're trying to make him a pocket quarterback, and he don't even have the halfway receivers he had.
Right.
And they don't even have the line he had.
Yeah.
And
Well, the offensive line is the biggest issue.
and
with
nobody, they might have the same skill set line, but nobody has faith in nothing.
Right,
So the
right,
line is
right.
not blocking. Nobody believes in this new style.
Right.
You know, so it's just
Hey, it all
it's just
goes
not gonna
back
work.
to, what was it, 2nd and 1?
Yeah, it all goes back. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, look. I was
Trust is
talking to a
lost.
youth. I was talking to a youth coach the other day, and he was like, "If the game is tied up and it's overtime, he wants to keep punting it to them, 4 and out. They keep punting it to you, 4 and out. You keep punting it back." I said, "Listen, you gonna be there till 8 o'clock at night, because you're not trying to win the game. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what you're going to do is you're going to lose your players once you do that. Your players will love you more for trying to win the game,
Right.
even if you lose,
Yeah.
rather than sit back
It's not
and let the
agenda.
other team beat you because you weren't trying to win.
You weren't trying
So you'll lose them like that.
And there's no agendas.
Right.
Like, you know, that Super Bowl seemed like it had an agenda. And it was a Russell agenda.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
there's
All the
always
way.
that situation with
All
him
the
and
way.
and everything like
Listen, the poster boy, you don't want Lynch as the poster boy.
Yeah.
Something to him probably didn't look right. You don't want to see him on New York Times.
He'd have been
or
MVP.
Yeah.
He didn't
You
talk
want
to
to
the
see
media,
Russell
he was a
with
bit
this
MVP.
white
But
smile.
I'm trying to win.
You know
Yeah.
what it's reminiscent of? It's like, but the only difference is they won. Back when the Bears won in '85, when they didn't get Walter the ball.
Yeah, they gave it to Fridge.
Yeah.
For the endorsements.
Yeah.
And the Fridge was the
They-
endorsements.
They didn't want to get Walter the ball.
And Walter should have got that touchdown down by
Oh,
the goal
easy.
line.
Easy.
But
How
they
you-
gave it to Fridge. Fridge, you know, endorsement man. You know, moving them forward, but that way. But yeah, and I think that just took the essence of the team. I think the team was like,
Yeah.
look, you know, we.
You look at people different, man. You know.
what's that about?
Listen, it's
And that's what you need. Camaraderie is the number one thing in sports. I mean, it's all about money, it's contracts, all the business. But you're going to be successful. You out there because you love and you want to win. And we got a chance to go back-to-back Super Bowl titles. That puts you in immortality. That gets you into the HOF.
Listen,
like if
and-
you was on the team that won 2, and you was like, he was a shutdown corner. He was a good, but he was a safety. They won back-to-back titles. They might have got back for a third.
And guess
That
what?
defensive player, yeah, he got championship rings. You in. Like, you know that.
And guess what? The quarterback, if you hand it off, the quarterback understands after you win.
Yeah.
Nobody's worried about it. The quarterback. The quarterback's not gonna say, "Oh, I should have been able to throw a pass."
Yeah.
Then, while
And
you
it's-
win, who does that?
and
If
only-
you do,
and
then
he
you need
has
to get
the
up out of
record.
here.
The quarterback
Yeah.
has the record,
Right.
no matter how the game was
Yeah,
played.
yeah.
He has the
Right.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna say
Quarterback
you
has
got
the
the
Super Bowl.
rings. They're gonna point at you. He got 2 rings.
We all know Elway didn't win those Bulls. We all know he was carried by Terrell Davis.
And the defense at that end. Yeah.
We all know Peyton Manning was carried by that defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His last ring with the Broncos.
And
you
we
know.
all know
first
that
season of his
Ben's first Super Bowl, the best pass was thrown by a wide receiver in that game when they beat Seattle.
And we know he was carried. We also know
Yeah.
Ben was carried. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
Brady in his first Super Bowl was carried. So, you know. So all they look back, how many Super Bowls you win? How many chips you win?
Right,
Bang. I
right,
mean,
right.
that's the bottom line.
yeah, it don't matter. Flacco was carried by that defense
Yeah,
and the running game.
yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
for the longest time, and then he had to eventually get to the point where he could make some plays, and that's what happened. So I mean, definitely, it's been a real interesting point moving on with them in with Seattle, and it's gonna be interesting to see how things played out. But I've never heard of a player with some issues, with the team not playing against the team he wants to get traded to. So
Yeah.
so just everything like that is like crazy.
Did we discuss that? Did we talk about the Earl Thomas and that whole
Yeah, a little bit.
situation?
We talked about it a little bit.
You can go
about,
back in it. You can go in it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like they wanted a second, and they said no, not to a second. And I don't understand it because you're trying to move on, you're trying to rebuild. The Legion of Boom is gone. You might as well clean house.
Yeah.
You might as well start all over.
Listen,
Some picks for
listen.
something.
Now I'm a player's guy, right?
Yeah.
What you not gonna do is tell me you not playing while you still getting that check.
Yeah.
That's what you're not gonna do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
but-
you're not gonna tell me when you got
got stomach
3.5
You got stomach
coming in
problems.
and you got a cold or your toe. No. I need you here now. Give him the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what the matter is. We don't know. It just
There's some personal.
Doesn't smell good.
It
You
just
know what I
doesn't
mean?
look right.
Yeah,
It
it doesn't smell right.
It doesn't look right. We got Cash and Andre. They've been on the show.
What's
up,
up,
fellas?
Cash?
What's going on,
Dre,
Cash?
what's happening?
Cash, go
How
Cash
you, Dre?
Production. Dre, watching in the building.
Oh, Cash.
But
Cash,
yeah.
I need to get on screen, man. I need to get on screen. This
Cash.
face belongs on screen.
Yeah, Go Cash. These are local thespian. Check out Go Cash. Definitely. Live arts. Definitely he's my go-to guy for the live arts and plays and productions and stuff like that. He's on top of it. He's a frequent contributor to Sports Talk Live. 4for4 guy. Dre, he's a frequent contributor, assistant basketball coach, and Cowboy Nation cat. Good dude. But when you look back at what they could have got from it, it's time to move on. And scouts say don't fall in love with your team. Don't fall in love with players. Don't fall in love with the past. It's on to the next situation, the next guy. It seems like me, look, I'm not saying the boys could use him, but definitely just get that second round pick and move on with it. You're done. You don't you go and play. I mean, this team now, you'd have moved on and tried to develop around Russell. You need to get that second round pick and get yourself a tackle. Offense, you need to get as many offensive linemen going together. And I was listening to Will McClay, and he said something very interesting. And I'm going to get you guys' opinion on it. He said the toughest thing to find now is defensive linemen and offensive linemen. He said, and it's true, if you look at the best teams in college football, they have great defensive lines and offensive linemen. He said everything now is 7-on-7. There is no 5-on-5 camp where you line up 4 defensive linemen and 5 offensive linemen, and y'all block all day. Do different.
The game has changed. It has changed.
And so he said the toughest thing that you have to do is find offensive and defensive linemen, and you almost have to take one every draft or take a couple in that 4th or 5th round and 6th round to see if you can develop them. Moving forward, he said, you're gonna have the skill positions. 7-on-7. You're gonna get those guys. He's 6'5", runs a 4.3. We're gonna give him opportunity. But can a guy come in here? 6'2", 320, only going up against 4 legitimate guys in college. Now, can he block a grown man that's trying to stay in that Maserati? That's the toughest thing to find. What do you guys
with 3 baby moms, child support?
No, we don't want to put aspirations on. There's a lot of good, dedicated professional football player households there, Jonathan.
Hey, man.
But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that assessment? Castro checking in.
Yeah. What's up, RK? That's what, 4th born brother. What's up, man? How you doing?
Dave Harper just entered the building.
Dave Harper in the building too.
Dave,
what's up, Dave?
What's going on, Dave? You coming down to the ranch again? Definitely.
I need to see you. You need to get somewhere. I ain't seen you in a minute. Can I at least get a hug?
Definitely. So, what do you guys think about Will McClay's director of personnel for the boys, Dallas Cowboys? His assessment that the hardest thing to find is defensive and offensive linemen in the game today.
I think that he may be on point a little bit, but it's hard to find that lights out talent at any position, a lot of positions, but at the defense and the offense because you can come out being a good guard, and then you get to the league and you're not as good as you thought you were,
But if you look at it, you look at the Patriots.
Yeah.
Receivers are.
That's where I was going at.
Yeah, but
if you look at certain teams, they never had line problems.
They can find them.
I don't care who they had blitzing. I don't care if they had.
Because I say if you look at the Giants got great skill possession people, but their offensive line is up. It doesn't matter. You can't get the ball anywhere. Brady and Manning can't get the ball off on their back.
I think
you got to find somebody.
I don't think it's hard to find linemen. I think that every team don't assess the talent right.
Yeah.
So if you look at the Broncos, we had a good line for years. We had people like Reuben Drone rush for 1,000 yards. Running backs that wouldn't rush for 25 yards on the other team.
And the coaching. I mean, the whole concept, the Broncos, with no illustration, with the zone blocking and going to the offside tackles, back leg, they started, I don't know if that's still legal, where if they're running to the left, the defensive tackle and the defensive end, they go to cut their left. I think they might have got that out of there. Bring everybody to the ground.
Yeah.
So you run. Before we were taught to get your helmet on the other side of that guy, which is tough to do if they're stunting. They had real good line play, and that cutting everybody because that was from the 49ers. The 49ers used to do that too back in the day under Bill Walsh. They used to do that cut. A lot of people didn't like it. It was touch and go, whatever. But definitely, offensive line.
Me and Cash both agree that it's hard to find talent everywhere.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Me and Cash,
our Cash,
we definitely agree. But it all depends on the smartness, and I think it like Nate said, it's on your coaching and can I put you in the best position? If you're not a running quarterback and I'm trying to make you scramble all night, you're not going to look that good,
Yeah.
Can I put you in the best position?
But if you look at the Eagles' best left tackle, most likely going to be a Hall of Famer, was an undrafted tight end.
Right.
They said, hey, wait a minute, we need you to block.
Right.
And they also took some guy from Australian rules football, like a big guy last year in draft, whatever. Looking for, and they took a fireman one time too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely,
And if you heard Belichick said, I don't draft the best people. I draft the smart people.
You need smart people. Yeah.
So that's another thing. He may look good because he's just out strengthening these other big kids.
Right.
But he doesn't really have it. He's just raw talent. So I can put a move on him and he's done. Because he's not skilled.
Right.
He's just raw talent. He's just throwing people on his neck. So
I think
for New England, it's all about they changed their to be bright. Because they changed their game plan up every week.
It's it's about what you want. Do you want that player who dominates position, whether he's a receiver, catches 100 balls, or do you want the quarterback who
You gotta have arm talent.
Yeah, who can throw an 80-yard bomb? Do you want him? But I think it all comes down to athleticism.
Right.
You got guys that, and we both know, we seen guys in high school, right? Mm-hmm. They dominate high school as a running back. Mm-hmm. They go to college, they playing corner, and then when they get to the pros, they playing safety. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think it has to do a whole lot with athleticism.
Sean Taylor.
Right. Ray Lewis played running back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him as a running back in the pros. You know what I mean? So I think it's scouting. It's a combination of everything. It's scouting the talent. Right. It's athleticism. Some players, you can see that they have great feet. I don't care what position they play in. They are those linemen that can get out of that one spot and shift those feet. It's the DBs that turn their hips. It's all those feet. A 6'5", 300-pounder that has decent speed and good feet. I don't care if he's at the local supermarket. If somebody sees him run, somebody's going to be like, oh, wait a second. I might got something here. So I think it has to do with a combination of things.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you got to look at, the rawness and being able, coachability, be able to handle situations and pressure and trying to find. I mean, as the game, has progressed, it's more spread out now. It's definitely, a lot of these offensive linemen coming into the NFL don't even get in 3-point stances anymore. Most of the offenses are spread, and most of them they're up. Hurry up.
Right.
2-point stance. A lot of those things are going on when you're trying to recruit and see how they project into the NFL. I mean, Dallas has done a real good job grabbing some offensive linemen, building their lineup. So what's some things going on in the NFL? Who you got this weekend trying to make a surprise pick? Get these people some little change. If you want to
surprise,
something they could put on their card and help them out.
No, I don't know about surprises. I mean, if you want to reach all the way out, Bengals over Panthers.
Oh, you like the Bengals over the Panthers?
Yeah, I like that. But the gimmies, we got the Pats over Lions.
Oh,
we got the Rams over Chargers. Who else is there?
Yes.
The Chargers gonna cover.
You think the Chargers gonna cover?
Gonna cover. Rams gonna win.
Really?
Gonna cover.
What's the points?
8.
Yeah. Ooh, that's hard.
They battling for LA.
Cass got Tampa over the Steelers.
Philip gonna come swing.
Take a nap.
It ain't happening, Cash.
Nah, we can't.
Cash out, Cash.
We can't keep going over. We gotta get this one in prime time.
I mean,
I ain't gonna hold you. I think Tampa might take it too.
I mean,
that go either way. I ain't even.
It's in Pittsburgh.
I don't bet Monday night.
Nah, this game.
Yeah.
Oh, this game's in Tampa.
It's in Tampa.
But listen, the history shows that.
Yeah.
once we are down and all the way out, in which all this craziness is going on, we find a way to get out of there.
Yeah.
Now, if it doesn't happen, I won't be here the next week on the show.
I know you.
It might take me about 7 days to crawl up out of there because you can't. Listen, one thing you're not going to do in this league is come up out of that hole.
Are you concerned about your secondary in that game? You looking at?
I've been concerned about my secondary for 5 years.
So this is all or nothing, pretty much.
Yeah, this is one of those.
Suicide.
This is one. Yeah, this is one of those games right
0-3 is tough psychologically.
Yeah.
And here goes the point. And you talk about the success of what teams have and talent and how that success.
RK, you gonna stop talking about my secondary like barbecue chicken either? And it's not funny right now.
When you have the players on your team when time gets tough, are you going to come together and let's win, or it's going to be like, I ain't showing up to practice, I'm cussing, which is good. People get in the heat of the moment. You're going to be fired up. You want somebody to get angry because we're losing, not necessarily because I don't have enough.
We got that.
Catches.
We got that on our team.
Yeah. So
like when guys, we got a couple. Ben's an old guy. We got some veterans over there. They need to listen. They need to be mad.
Yeah,
and they mad right now. And sometimes you need that.
He said Fitzpatrick gonna come back to earth.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
As long as he keep them shades on, he all right.
Hey, Dave, I got a better conversation for you. I got a better conversation, Dave. Y'all lost to the Bucks, and we gonna beat them only for us and y'all to start arguing who's the best between us both. That's where we gonna go with this.
I think the pressure on the Steelers to win because
it is.
They not only they tied with the Browns week 1, right?
Yeah.
Browns got their first win.
Yeah.
You're
not going to drop down there.
So they won 1-1.
Yeah.
They can't go 0-2-1. They gotta go 1-1-1 right.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure is definitely on the Steelers. You don't want to start.
We'll sneak out of there.
You don't want to start the season 0-3.
But they dysfunctional, man. Like,
yeah.
Shit,
but that's what I'm saying. Like we talked on it earlier in the segment that I've never seen this much drama around the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's just something you just don't.
Even when Ben doing his thing out there on the streets, you know what I mean?
It wasn't that much drama, man.
Y'all gonna stop talking about my boys. Let's revisit this after Monday night. When everybody's happy.
Yeah, everybody's doing their thing and having a good good time and everything like that. But definitely.
So a linebacker in the hotel room. He was doing the set. He said, "Give me that."
Well, we'll see. So we got Duke's holding out hope that everything's coming together. They get mad.
Hey man, winning cures it all. Yeah, we know that.
Monday night under the bright lights, and going to come and see. But definitely. But yo, fellas, look, it's been real. Nate, thanks for stopping through.
Always a pleasure.
Definitely. Good luck to your Broncos. You know how it goes.
How Bell can just watch. How can Bell just watch football? Like when I was in high school, I quit because I didn't get the ball enough in the game against Annenberg.
Oh yeah.
And then I sat and watched the next game against Unionville. I was on fire,
well,
man.
Here's the thing.
How can you sit and watch?
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing.
You as your heart is to play football.
No, but this is the thing. Everything that you saying right now, he's feeling. What's he doing? What's he doing? He's sitting at front of that TV, going crazy. He can't tell me he's not. He's used to playing football. That's why I know he's gonna come back. He'll be back. You can't just sit home.
No, man, and watch it.
And you're going to get paid. And you're going to get paid when you come back. So you got to come back. So, Bell, this for you, right? You can't be eating wings like us on Sunday. Get your butt off the couch. I know you're working out. I know you're going to do that. And go play football, man. And if you want to leave the Steelers, you can leave. But it's going to hurt. But, you make a business decision. Come play football, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get down there. I think he's gonna come in. He's eventually gotta come back. I mean, he can't sit out the whole.
He knows we need you, man.
Yeah, definitely. You can't sit out the whole season. Yeah, you can't sit out.
I hope not.
And then what? He might stay out. He ain't gonna be the same.
You gotta do that so he can be free agent next season.
What's up, Rod Slider? We on our way out, and you tuning in, so I gotta get you later.
Yeah, come back, check out the show to be repost. We're working on doing some podcasts. The website will be up soon. We'll post that up. And we're also looking to do a little high school game day live in a few weeks. We're going to be at Penwood High School doing a little game day live.
Sounds
Friday
good
night
to me.
Game, Friday night game. Their homecoming, pre-game.
Let's do it.
We'll do a little post-game. We'll be there. But everybody, thanks for tuning in here See you guys next week live from the ranch. Sports talk for the culture. We in here. Talk to you. Peace.
All right.
Peace.